What's up guys, my name is Nolan, and recently the Mega Cool set with the Mercenary's Choice and Colonel's Choice have come back into the game, and a lot of people have asked me what my opinions are on what they should buy in these sets. Now these sets always change quite often, so this video may be outdated when you're watching it. However, if you're watching this within the few days that I'm making it, it is up to date. So just let me know guys if this does get outdated and I'll make an updated list. But yeah, today I'm going to tell you guys what I think you guys should get in this set. You can get the legendary set, which comes with 2 legendary weapons for $10, or you can get the mythical set, which comes with a mythical and a legendary for $20. And I do recommend going with the mythical one because the mythical weapons are way better. Also, guys, I will not be telling you guys to get weapons that I don't have. So if you feel like I missed a weapon, maybe I just don't have it. I'm first going to discuss the legendary weapons, and then I'll go into the mythical weapons that I think you should get. I will not include weapons that you can get in the gallery with 1,000 coupons. I will link the video where I talk about what you should get with 1,000 coupons up at the top right corner right now, so you guys can go check that out. Also, one final thing, yes, these weapons are in order of what I think you should get the most to what I think you should get the least. Also, I don't have Purifying Shotgun, but I'm pretty sure that one's really good. So, with all those things out of the way, let's jump into the actual video. So the first weapon I recommend is Heroic Epee. This is probably just one of the best all-around melees you can get. It has an 85 mobility, which is really good. It has like really good damage, which is really good. And it heals you for 12 HP per tick, which is really good. So this melee is good for literally anything you can possibly imagine in this game. Highly recommend you guys get this. Next up is Firefly's Blessing. Not only is this weapon really good at Legendary, however, I have mine at Mythical, and it is probably one of the single best weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. Highest DPS out of any gun in the game, and yeah, this thing just shreds. So not only do I recommend you guys get this at Legendary, but if you guys ever get the chance, definitely upgrade it to Mythical, because in my opinion, it is probably single-handedly the best weapon in Pixel Gun 3D. So definitely get this weapon if you guys can. Next up is Necklace of the Ice King. This, in my opinion, is a must-have for 3-cat, especially if you don't have poison darts, because it has no delay. So this is a pivot weapon that you can switch from any weapon to, or to any weapon. Yeah, no delay. It has area damage, which is really good if you're not good at hitting your shots, and it is about 2 to 3 shot. So yeah, really good. Highly recommend. You guys need to get Necklace of the Ice King if you are a 3-cat person. Definitely for you. Next up is Cyber Laser. This is basically just a weaker version of Firefly's Blessing and Ronin, except you don't have to charge it or anything. This is just one of the most underrated weapons in Pixel Gun 3D because it actually has really good damage. I just picked a bad map to play it in because you definitely need time to kill people, and time is not something you have in Pool Party because everyone is just going to one-shot you the second you spawn. So if you play in a bit more spaced out maps like, say, the Paradise Resort map, you know, this weapon will definitely perform a lot better, especially because it actually has pretty decent range. And yeah, honestly, most underrated weapon in Pixel Gun 3D probably goes to Cyber Laser. Alright, next up we got Iria Dated SMG, if that's how you say it, I don't really know. Anyways, this weapon is really good. Just a disclaimer, I have mine at Mythical too, so the gameplay might be a bit inflated. The DPS on this weapon is just pretty good. It has a really high fire rate. It's kind of just like a worse version of Tactical Scorcher, if that makes sense, because it's legendary and its DPS is not all that great. However, if you're looking for a good backup to just kind of spam and get high amounts of damage and pretty good kills, honestly, Iria Dated SMG is really good. I really hope I'm saying that right, because I have a really bad habit of pronouncing words wrong. In fact, I just realized I pronounced Heroic Epee wrong. It's Heroic Epee. Yep, okay, this is just classic mint gaming right here. Alright, next up is Paws. This is a really good melee for getting kills. I really don't understand how it works, but apparently, like, if you do damage from the side of the player or whatever, it does more damage, but I don't really understand it all. Anyways, yeah, this is a weapon a lot of people will say to get because it's really good for getting kills. It has a high mobility, and yeah, if you guys want a melee for getting kills, get this one. But then again, I still recommend Heroic Epee over this one. But yeah, Paws, really good melee to have. Next up is Battle Falcon. You're not going to hear this from me. I'm not telling you to get this because the last thing we need is more Battle Falcon spammers. But yeah, basically, since it has Cluster Bomb, you can shoot people through walls. It's really good for Team Strike, and I'm not going to say any more because honestly, I don't want anyone to get this weapon. We don't need more people spamming it. Alright, next up we are moving on to the mythical weapons, and the first weapon I suggest to you is Laser Cat. This is, in my opinion, the best sniper in the game because I don't have Harsh Punisher. It does over 145 damage per shot and then like an extra 45 damage of burning, so literally any module increase makes this a one-shot body shot, so really good. The best part about this weapon is it has no input delay, so you can switch directly from ultimatum to this weapon, and yeah, that applies to literally any other weapon, making this one of the most ideal weapons for 3-cat in the entire game. Yeah, this weapon is just so good. I'll vouch for this weapon any day. Definitely get this weapon because it's good for spamming, it's good for 3-cat, it's good for getting kills, it's good for long range, it's just good for really anything you could possibly imagine. So, yep, Laser Cat rifle, definitely get it. Next up is Bomber Cat. Yep, this is probably the best heavy in the game because it's good for rocket jump and it has really good damage. So pretty much like the only heavy you'll ever need. I don't really know why you need anything else because what else would you need a heavy for except getting kills and rocket jump? Both of which this weapon is good at. So yeah, Bomber Cat, definitely need to get this weapon. I think it's hilarious that the top two weapons I recommend you getting are Laser Cat and Bomber Cat. I think that's pretty funny. And then the Cyber Cat Lantern isn't even on this list. So yeah, Bomber Cat, definitely get this heavy weapon if you want. I don't know, just a really good heavy weapon to have. Alright, next up is Jet Spear. In my opinion, this is the best movement melee you can possibly get in the game because of the fact that it grapples. You don't have to reload it, it automatically reloads for you, and it actually does get kills, just depending on how low people are. It does about, I think, 140-ish damage. I could be completely wrong on that. So yeah, you will get kills occasionally, but the main thing this weapon is used for is movement because of the grapple and the 65 mobility. In my opinion, I would take this weapon over Thermal Ultra Scythe. I love Jet Spear so much. Alright, next up is Tactical Scorcher. A lot of people are going to hate me for saying that this weapon, I actually really like it. A lot of people don't like this weapon because it's annoying. However, I think it is the last redeeming quality of the automatic weapons in Pixel Gun 3D because it is so good. Definitely one of the top primaries in the game, and honestly, it just makes me, like, when I use this weapon, I actually have fun playing because I love automatic weapons, and Tactical Scorcher just brings back the old field of Pixel Gun 3D where automatic weapons were actually a meta. So yeah, I really don't want this weapon to be nerfed despite how many people hate this weapon. I don't care if people actually use it because it makes me feel good to know that people like spamming automatic weapons again. And yeah, Tactical Scorcher, I love it. Definitely get it. It's one of my favorite weapons, if not my favorite weapon in all of Pixel Gun 3D. Speaking of favorite weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, next up is Corpuscular Revolver. This is honestly one of the best weapons in the game, and I just had no idea. I completely underrated this weapon when putting it in my top 5 charged weapons. I don't even remember. I think it was top 10 charged weapons. This weapon is so incredibly good. I had no idea. It one-shots everyone fully charged. My modules are level 7, so I don't know if you guys need to know that. It won't one-shot everyone fully charged without modules. However, with modules, it does. You don't even need to fully charge it sometimes to one-shot people, and it has a really quick charge time. This weapon is so satisfying, so fun to use, and no one knows how good this weapon is. I win games using only this weapon. It's incredible. Definitely get this weapon, honestly. Alright, I believe this is number 6, Experimental Rifle. This is, in my opinion, the best ricochet sniper in the game. I believe it has the highest damage out of all the ricochet snipers, but please don't quote me on that because I have known to be wrong all the time. So yeah, but however, this thing will always one-shot everyone. I've never had it not one-shot before, whereas Aerosaur Rifle, Project Marlin, those weapons sometimes don't one-shot headshot. This one always does. It has really good fire rate, and again, it's a part of one of the best sets in the game, which includes Tactical Scorcher and Jet Spear. So this weapon is just, it's so good, and it's probably one of the best snipers in the game. I love it so much. Definitely get your hands on it if you can. It's really good for 3-cat because of that ricochet attribute. So next up is Temple Claws. If you're looking for a good dash weapon, this is it. When ranking every single dash weapon in the game, this I believe was number 2 out of the whole list. You guys can go watch that video if you guys want. This weapon is so good for dash. I don't really use it to get kills, especially on this map when your dash gets interrupted a lot. However, yeah, this weapon is really good for dashing. The only weapon that beats it is Thermal Ultra Scythe, and you guys can't get that with coupons or in the set. So honestly, this is the best dash weapon you can get outside of Veteran's Chest. So yep, if you're looking for a good dash, Temple Claws, good way to go. Alright, next up is Howl of the Mummy. This weapon does really good damage, and it doesn't have an input delay, or maybe, I don't actually don't quote me on that. All I know is it's good for 3-cat. Yeah, because of the fact that it has no travel time. It's one of the only heavies that does not have travel time. The other ones are like the wizard wands. This is one that does not have travel time, and it has weakening. So really good for 3-cat. Highly recommend you guys get this if you're looking for a good heavy for 3-cat. Honestly, Howl the Mummy, really good. I feel like it's kind of underrated. However, I think a lot of people do know that it's good, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just a good heavy to get. Just get it. It's good. Next up is Giftstealer. This is the best grapple weapon as far as grapple distance goes. This weapon will carry you all the way across the map in one clip. No, magazine. Clips are what civvies use in their hair. All right, that's a Bangalore quote. Anyways, yeah, this weapon is incredible. It will take you across the entire map. It is better than vertical grip device, okay? A lot of people are going to hate me for that, but no one seems to know that this is the best grapple weapon in the game. It carries you so far. Insane. I don't really have anything else to say. It's not really the best for kills. It's just good for grappling. And if you're looking for a good movement weapon, this is it. Next up is Royal Cobra Spirit. The damage on this weapon is really good, and you guys were right. This should have been on my top 10 snipers list. I just kind of forgot it existed after the nerf. Nerfs just have a way of making people forget they existed, even though the nerf really didn't do much to this weapon. It's still incredibly good, especially because it has critical damage, and if you get a crit, it will one-shot, no doubt. Even if you do body shot and you don't one-shot, the poison can carry this weapon and actually get kills. So yeah, I don't know how I forgot about this weapon because it is still one of the best snipers in the game. It's incredibly good. Definitely get it. Alright, I don't know what number we're at now, but honestly, I've not been keeping track. Wow, it's too late. Anyways, Frozen Heart is next. This has probably the best AoE, area of effect, out of any heavy weapon in the game, if not any weapon in the game. The area splash is just incredibly large, and it does so much damage. Very good heavy for spamming. Definitely get it. I'm sorry my speech is so slow, guys. It's because I am so tired. It is 12:30 a.m. and I'm trying to record this to get it out for tomorrow. Alright, next up is Dark Deer Bow. This is a really good sniper for spamming. It does have a charge time, however, the charge is really quick, and apart from that dude right there, it pretty much always one-shot body shots, except it might have been secretly nerfed, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, I'm sorry. But yeah, it does insane amounts of damage. Honestly, it's one of my favorite weapons. I love charge weapons, and Dark Deer Bow is no exception. Really good damage, really good for getting kills. Yeah, just get it if you want a good spam sniper. Alright, next up is Disruptive Howitzer, and a lot of you guys may be disappointed at how low this weapon is on the list, and the gameplay may look really good in the background. However, these players don't have mythical armor. The only one that has mythical armor is the ninja dude in this lobby. All the other ones don't. And let me just say this weapon does not one-shot body shot mythical armor, and a lot of players have mythical armor, so you will find this weapon not doing as good in normal games as it is right now. It is a good sniper, it does have a pretty good area splash, but I think a lot of people overhype this weapon because it only does about 150 body shot, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's good. The target mark is really cool because it has like infrared imager. It is a really good sniper. However, honestly, I feel like people make this weapon sound a lot better than it is, but it is still a good sniper. I'll give it that. Alright, next up is Dragon Bite. This is a really good sniper for spamming because it doesn't have to be fully charged in order for it to one-shot, and it does more damage to the curse, so you can do a quick flick shot and then barely charge it a little bit and it will get kills. Honestly, I didn't really realize how good this weapon was until people started recommending it to me and telling me that I'm stupid for not including it in top 5 lists, and yeah, honestly, it is a really good sniper. I do highly recommend you get it if you're looking for a good spam sniper. Dragon Bite, it's a good way to go. Another good spam sniper is Dimerian Divider because it has pretty high damage and a high fire rate, and it does have critical damage, meaning that it can one-shot body shot, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Dimerian Divider, it's pretty much only good for spamming. That's really all I'd recommend it for. I would recommend it for 3-cat, however, I've just recommended like 8 better snipers for you that are way better for 3-cat than this one, so I mean, I don't know why you'd want to get this for 3-cat, but I mean, if you do, that's up to you, but yeah, I don't know. It's still good for spamming. Alright, next up is Thermal Mecha Knife. Honestly, I probably should have put this one higher on the list because of how good it is. It pretty much always 2-shots. I don't think it's ever 3-shot for me. In fact, sometimes it might even 1-shot headshot. This does hit headshots. It has an 85 mobility, and yeah, this is just one of the best melees in the game. Really high damage, high mobility. It's just good for everything. Honestly, get this melee weapon if you're looking for a good melee to spam with. Thermal Mecha Knife will not let you down. I'm just actually talking now to stall time, so you guys have some good gameplay in the background, because I do not want to cut the gameplay short on this weapon, because this weapon is highly overrated and needs more tension. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's move on. Alright, next up is Explosive Caramel. Honestly, I'm really only including this because I know people will get mad at me if I don't. It's really, compared to the other snipers I've listed, it has nothing special. It doesn't even one-shot headshot sometimes, like against that dude, because he had the same level modules as me. Honestly, I'm only including this to make people not get mad at me. That's the only reason. I honestly, personally don't even recommend you get it. Alright, next up is Farewell Volley. This is a burst travel time sniper with wall break, and you may be asking why wall break? Well, because it has no through the wall damage reduction, meaning like you just saw, it basically just is wall hacks. So yeah, if you want a sniper for completing through the wall kill challenges, Farewell Volley is the way to go. I don't really have good gameplay, so I'm just gonna cut this short. Alright, the final weapon on this list, Cloud Dispenser. This is just a really good primary for spamming. Honestly, I probably should have put this one above Farewell Volley, but at this point it doesn't really matter, because Farewell Volley is good for its own thing, and Cloud Dispenser is also good for its own thing. It is really good, honestly. Just because it's the last weapon on this list does not mean it's bad. It's the last weapon on the top weapons that you should get list. So, I mean, that still means it's good. Good for spamming. It's about a 2 to 3 shot, just depending on how close you are. So yeah, if you want a good spamming primary shotgun, Cloud Dispenser is the way to go. Okay, sorry, I'm including one more weapon, Piercing Gazer Raw. The reason why this is the very last weapon, okay, I promise this is the last weapon. The reason why this is the very last weapon on this list is because this is just a weaker version of Laser Cat, and by like 4 damage. It's still amazing, and I'm only putting it on this list because it holds a special place in my heart as one of the best weapons that I ever fully earned myself. I spent like 1,000 gems to get it instantly when it first came out, and it was the best choice I ever made, because at the time it was the single best sniper in all of Pixel Gun 3D. So yeah, the only reason that this is the last on the list is because this is just a weaker version of Laser Cat, so why get this weapon when you can get Laser Cat? Definitely get Laser Cat instead of this one. However, I just wanted to mention this because I love this weapon so much, and I'll never ever not like it. Alright guys, that's going to end the video there. If you guys found this video helpful or you enjoyed watching, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this. And yep, I think I just said thank you all for watching. Again, I can't remember because it's so late and my eyes are literally watering. But if I didn't, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.